G'day guys, thanks for tuning in on another Thursday night to our live stream. So we're going to have a very interesting one tonight, the old Calibre Wars. We want to hear from you, what you guys do for your hunting calibers and your target shooting calibers. So it's very interesting to know what people do shoot, from wildcat rounds up to your common normal hunting rounds. So I also want to thank everyone from last week who contributed to the live chat and also the super chat donations to the show. Every cent helps. I really do appreciate you guys who did that. That was absolutely awesome last week. So remember, please hit the subscribe button if you're watching this. Share this video and give it the thumbs up. Everything helps. Tells the old YouTube overlords that people actually do watch this channel and enjoy it. So we'll bring Jason in now and we will start the Calibre Wars. G'day, Jason. How are you going? And it looks like Jason has frozen. Nope, now he's gone.
Sorry, no.
Yes. Are you there? Yes, better.
Yeah, sorry, your connection interrupted. I don't know what's going on here, man. So I don't know if we're back. Are we good?
Yep, you're all good now. Yep.
Yeah, I haven't got a good connection. I've got no idea what's going on at the moment, so I'll have to sort that out in a minute, but we'll see.
Yep. Sounds good. So how have you been? It's been a very interesting week in news and in the with Remington going bankrupt and was it South Australia banning children's toys, aka the gel blasters.
Yeah, lots to talk about tonight. It's going to be good, man. Last week, just crazy, man. It was really good to see you guys. I think at one point I was falling off my chair at one point. With just stuff that was going on. So
yeah, you guys turned Jason into absolute hysterics. And once again, I just said thank you so much for the show for the super chat. Every cent does help, and every cent actually does get used every month on targets and bringing you the gun reviews that I film. So, yes, well, let's start off with the elephant in the room. Good old gel blasters got banned this week in South Australia. Well, not essentially banned, as in saying you can't have them. You can have them, you can sell them, but you can't import them into the state. So to me, that is a ban because no shop can actually buy new stock, can they? They can't import stock into their shops. So no one can buy them.
Yeah, it's man, we just saw what happened just last week, you know, with what was happening in WA and stuff like that. So things are obviously not good at the moment. Now they're going after gel blasters again, which is, you know, are we surprised again? But, you know, slowly losing faith in the whole system that we've got normal, sane people in Parliament and sane police officers that don't want to do stupid things and try and take away toys. Yet, you know what? Here we are. Very, very sad times ahead. I never thought we'd get to this point, but yet here we are.
Well, there's only Queensland left, so we're the last man standing here. But I don't know for how long. I think the Labor government here, but just before the election, will try and ban them. That's what I'm calling, just before the election. Look at us, we're making you safe from jelly guns. So I reckon we won't be far behind the rest of the country here, which is a real shame. It's not good at all.
I must just have a bad connection. It's just not coming through like it normally was. So
yeah, no, not good. I can hear you, and can everyone hear Jason all right?
Can you hear me? Is it coming through good? Let us know in the bottom of the comments. I want to have a look because it's just dropped out a couple of times there. I don't know what on earth's happening tonight. Maybe some little shits around my neighborhood are probably gaming and sucking all the bandwidth. So
yeah, or downloading those pesky movies illegally. But you're coming through fine here at my end. You look down in the comments, Jason. I'm not game enough to scroll all the way down in case I lose some of these really good messages and comments that people want us and answers, questions they want us to read out.
Yeah.
But you're coming through fine here. Not a problem. Not a problem at all. So once again, sorry?
I said, hopefully it's coming through good. So,
yeah.
Someone's already saying the echo is Aaron didn't figure out his, unfortunately, his microphone. So, through echoing. Let us know in the comments. Sorry about that. I thought I was going to do the live stream by myself for the first couple of minutes because he just couldn't get it to work. So it's running off his webcam audio. So sorry about that this week. Yes, he should have been. Yes, he should have been.
I was prepared, and about 10 minutes before, the whole thing shut down. So I'm going to have to sort this out this week and get the sound working properly. So we'll start off with Patreon. We've got 2 messages from Patreon this week. So from Happy Hunter. Hi, Aaron. What was the first gun that you got to shoot, and how old were you? When you got your first blood. Also, if the law said you could have one gun, what caliber would you choose? My first gun was, to be honest, I think it was back in New Zealand when I was in my early 20s. We're not saying air rifles. We all had air rifles shooting down the hallway because they've always been children's toys. I'm pretty sure it was an M1 Grand 3006. Out on a mate's property, his old man brought one, so of course we blatted through all his dad's ammunition, and I was probably late teens, early 20s. So as for calibers, that's a double-ended question. If it's for hunting only, if I could only ever hunt with one caliber ever, I think I would just choose 3006 because you've got a wide range of projectiles and you can go pretty much take anything in Australia with a 3006, I reckon, depending on how heavy a projectile you go. But for target shooting, if I only ever had one, it'd have to be the 300 rum. What about you, Jace?
What's that, my first one?
Yeah, first gun you ever owned or shot. First gun you shot.
I think I was young. I think I did some clay target shooting when I was younger. You know, you go and sign up. This is back in the heyday when things used to be good. But first gun, that's a hard question. Yeah, I think it was just a clay target gun back in the day. But my first one that I owned was a 223, actually. My first one, 223. And a Miraku MK Mark 10 or MK10 Mark 10 Sporter for clay target shooting. Those are my first 2 rifles. Sadly to say, none of which I own anymore. So, but you know, I've obviously replaced them with other things. The same thing. Sometimes I bought it again. So, you know,
it's amazing. But older you get, less guns you sell, and you seem to replace what you sold when you were younger.
Exactly.
Okay, so Mick B, we've only got 2 questions from Patreon this week. G'day, Aaron and Jace, loving the Thursday nights, keep it coming. Not everyone can afford multiple calibers for different uses. What is the pick for the best all-round for both hunting and target? 308 would be my pick. You can start this one off, Jace.
Oh, hunting and target. That's a good question, dude. Yeah, I mean, 308's good. We've got, you know, I still like the 6.5s. I reckon, you know, they're really good too. Ballistically, long bullets, you know, very, very high, very good BC for the heavier bullets. Ah, man. Again, reloading, not reloading. Yeah, I'd probably say the 308, man. You know, all round, you're going to be able to get it. You're going to be able to go to the shop. You're going to be able to buy it off the shelf if you go on a hunting trip. If you're going to go to your local outback, go hunting, they're always going to have something in 308 for you there to use. So, you know, it's obviously sold in bulk. It's probably going up, you know, expensive-wise, how much it's worth. But, you know, that's what I would do, man. I'd probably stick with 308. Yeah, definitely. You know, any of those calibers, you know, that have been around for a long time themselves, they're of them, you know, in regards to that category. So, yeah, I'd go 308, man, to be brutally honest, I reckon. Probably 308, you know.
Yes, I agree. 308 is definitely a very common caliber. So no matter where you are, if you're out hunting, or you go to any sort of gun shop, how big and small, they're definitely going to have the 308 there. That's a big thing with hunting calibers. Pretty much just stick to the standard stuff that you can get. Because last thing that we've all been out when we haven't taken enough ammo, you can always nip into the small town. They're always going to have 223, 308 and 3006. But a crossover, I would probably say 308. I've got the best group ever at 1,000 meters with 308, and there was 100 mils for 3 shots in a square. Probably never happen again. It was probably an absolute fluke, like my luck. And for hunting, I've hunted for years before I got my 30.06 with 308. A very good round. Very, very good round.
Yeah. I've got one from Happy Hunter on mine too. He sent one from Patreon.
Yep.
Ace, what was the first gun you owned, and how did you come to know the 243? The Humble 243.
It was only a matter of time before 243 came up.
That's a good question, man. I don't know. I just thought, you know what? If I'm going to shoot those smaller calibers, 204, 223, 222, 22, 250 for an example, well, how are they going to do the job? And then I thought, well, why not step up to, say, the 87 grain VMAX? It's still going to be good for varmints. Recall is going to be good. Recoil management on those lighter bullets, not going to be too heavy. Great BC on the 87 grain VMAX at 400 or 0.4 or 400, whatever you like to say it. Yeah, man. I just thought, well, if you can slug them with a 50 or 55 grain, surely the 87 is going to be good for that bit more of extended longer range, say up to, say, 400 meters. But, when people don't realize, when you're out there shooting, and I was supposed to go away this weekend, actually. I wasn't even going to be on this trip, actually. Oh, sorry, this live stream. I was going away for 4 days to do some more rabbit shooting and do some more filming. And you know what? Those longer ranges, people don't realize how long 400 meters actually is to try and hit a small target of about, 8 to 10 inches, at 400 meters. I mean, you can't stuff up. The wind's got to be good. It's difficult. So I thought those 87s might fly through the air a little bit better. BC's good. You're going to have that bit of extra punch down range if you happen to see something bigger down range. Yeah, so I like it, man. I don't think it's the be-all and end-all. Sometimes I think, it's pretty heavy on rabbits. It turns them into paddock pizza, especially the 70-grain Blitz King. If you've seen a couple of videos that I made, you'll see exactly what they did. So, yeah, man, I like it. I think it's a good kill. I think it's a good, easy kill on some of these smaller game, and especially even 87-grain V-match, you can shoot fallow with it as well. So if you do something does come across your path, pigs, fallow, deer, and you're a good shot, and no reason why you can't take them out with a good shot.
Yes, agree, totally. The 243, I know I talk shit about it, call it the transgender round. It doesn't know if it's a 223 or a 308, but it's a very flat shooting round. You get the 75 grain Hornady, the Super Performance, I think it is, and that's going at, I looked it up here, 3,580 feet a second. Now that's absolutely screaming. So that's going to take care of most business you want to do out in the field. And come back to your varmint shooting with the 243. There's no such thing as overkill. That's for sure.
But, you want to, especially when you're on those ones when I'm filming, some people have said, why you got a muzzle brake on there? You're afraid of recoil. That's not the reason I've got it on there. When I used to shoot the 85 grain Sierra hollow point boat tails, sometimes you just lose that sight picture. So I'd have to go back to the footage and have a look to see if I hit it. You know what I mean? So, and then not sure if if I could see through my scope, I might have a better chance to reload if I missed and then have another go at it again, and calm down and rest and get a good, heart rate and then have another shot. But you don't get to do that when you can't see anything, through the scope because you've lost your sight picture. So, yeah, I can probably get a bit better in regards to my technique. But, yeah, man, it's a good caliber. Yeah, I don't want it to move. I think there's very good ideas about, 223, 22, 250, 222. You've got the 22 bullets, man. They're a lot cheaper. You can buy them in bulk. But, again, 243, also another good part about it, based on the 308 case. So if you want to get it, changed, rebarreled in the future, you can go to 2250. You can go 7mm 08. You can go obviously anything in your 6.5s. You can go 308, obviously. So there's, it's very versatile. If you ever decide, well, I don't want 243 anymore, you can do it into something else.
Exactly, especially if you're running 35 feet a second. That's going to burn out pretty fast as well. So you definitely got the option.
35 feet a second.
3,500. Yeah, 3,500. Yeah.
Anything at 35 feet a second.
Yeah, so you're definitely going to have the options come up a bit faster to rebarrel. Yeah. So we'll get any more Patreons from you?
No, but I think the main reason we've tried to do Calibre Wars is a lot of people get, especially maybe in target shooting, and there may be some evidence to show that. But in regards to hunting, I think, like if you're hitting them, dead's dead. It doesn't really matter so much. I think people get a bit swept up in calibers, and they get swept up in, oh, this one's better, or this one's got, 100 feet a second. When I hit these rabbits with a 70 grain Blitzking, it doesn't sit there and go, oh, I wish that was a 55 grain VMAX. They don't think like that. So dead is dead at the end of the day. Good shooting is good shooting. A lot of people want to chase speed over accuracy, but I want good standard deviation. I want a very small spread in between my bullets, so I'm good and accurate out to those distances, not have massive blowouts in regards to speed. And try and get a low standard deviation when I'm doing my reloading, because again, it makes a huge, 30 or 40 feet a second can make a big difference downrange from a hit to a miss. So, the point of Calibre Wars is to find out, what people are passionate about and what they think. But, dead's dead. The rabbit doesn't go, oh, I got hit with a 223 with a 50 grain VMAX over a 243 with an 87 grain VMAX. They don't care. They're dead. They wouldn't worry about it anyway because they're dead.
Exactly. And when you're out hunting, as you know, you're not carrying multiple rifles with you. You have one rifle. So whether it's my 300 rum on me, or it's my 3006, or it's my 223, I'm going to shoot whatever with whatever I'm holding. You just don't let something pass by because, oh, hang on, that could be a bit big. Who cares? You don't have multiple rifles or multiple calibers on you, especially when you're walking around. I just choose. Basically, my stay fast go-to rifle is a 3006. So whatever comes across the front of that is going down.
Exactly. I think we should get into a couple of these questions. We're just getting questions again. And we're sitting at about 75 patrons, not patrons,
people
on mine, which is good. So, mate, it's proved to be a good Thursday night thing.
It does. So, Mr. Bike Hunter, I shoot a lot out of in the field from vehicles and lose nearly all my brass. Military calibers mainly for me now, 308, 223. I buy once fired 10 kg packs. Excuse me. That's very smart. If you are out hunting, and we all know we lose our brass, I got people who only buy Lapua brass and pay a fortune for it. And I've been out hunting with people and they want to scavenge around in the dirt for half an hour to find one piece. That's a very good idea. Just buy it in bulk, once fired, clean it up, load it. Who cares where it goes? I don't know how much 10 kg would actually cost, but I reckon it would be pretty damn cheap and not worth the hassle finding it.
Those hunting calibers, you're right. I think they're better especially if you're doing high volume shooting. You can't afford to run the expensive calibers. I mean, you're not going to ride a bike around or a quad bike, bang, bang, bang at 10 pigs, then go back and try and find your brass. I mean, my 260 brass, it's about $90 for 50 pieces of brass. I can't afford to lose the bloody shit. So, I wouldn't be using that caliber unless I was lying on the ground and I can put it back in my case. And once I normally shoot, I normally put them back in my case so I don't lose them. It's very easy, even when you're on the ground in one spot from the car, to lose brass and you don't know where it went. It was here, but it's gone,
Well, look at my 300 rum. I can't afford to lose that because it's pushing $400 for 50 cases now. I'm very careful when I use that. Very, very careful. Even though I haven't used it for a couple of years because I can't find a stock now. I'm a lefty. But yes, that's a very good thing. You've got to think about your budget as well. Here's one for you, Jason.
All right. I have a 308 for pigs. Yep. Excellent. That'll smack them hard. 223 Hauer Mini for ruse. Very good. 243 for night shooting. Smart move. For plinking, 357 lever action, 22 Bruno, and air rifle. I own just enough rifles for my current hunting and shooting needs. Yeah, we've been speaking about that, about having better gear. I just had one of the fellas, I think I said this story last week, where he had because I took your advice, and he ended up selling 9 firearms. I said, shit, man, why did you do that? And he goes, no, I want to buy, I think he bought a Seiko TRG, and he's putting his money into optics. And he said, he lives in Sydney, not far from me, actually. So he just said, mate, you're right. I've got about 15 guns and I barely use any of them. I go out 2-3 times a year. So he's going to knock that down to about 6 guns and put that money into better guns and better optics, which is probably a smart move, to be honest, man. Like I want to buy, but then I realize you're going to use one gun at a time. So, it's a good idea.
Yep, I totally agree. Yeah, 308's fantastic for pigs. My backup hunting rifle is actually a 308, which I'm going to get a Sauer 3006. I got two the same and dial it in for the same load. But yeah, nothing wrong with 308 and 223 mini action. Yeah, great gun. And it's definitely a straight shooter. And 223 I absolutely love. Cheap to run and it just smacks them down. So here we go. You can talk about this one because it has the word Tika in it, Jason.
Matt Rumsey. Hello, Matt. So big, arranging calibers. So enjoy buying a new rifle. No misses. That you can buy more guns. That's the case. So no limits. Hard. Just ordered an Adler straight pull and Tika T3 X308 to add to the collection. Yeah, if you got no misses, you can afford to buy the guns. But when you get the misses, they're not so they're not so keen on letting you buy guns, especially if you have a couple of kids and that too, and you're only single income. Very difficult. Know a lot of guys in that same situation, which is, I guess, life's choices, whatever, But yeah, man, you made some good choices there. Yeah, me and Aaron were talking about the straight pulls and that. And whether the government's going to come after our straight pulls again soon. Well, we can't even get the category C and D firearms. They're already coming after our category B. How long before they start coming after our category A? Well, probably not very long. I mean, based on what we've been seeing over the last few weeks.
Well, they definitely came after the Adler. That was category A, move it to category B. And so
category D, then 7-shot category D.
Yeah, exactly. So hey, I can buy a semi-auto 8-round M4. Well, no, I think I'll go for a shitty old Adler lever action instead. It just doesn't compute, does it?
Yeah, I mean, these straight pulls, I keep saying it. I hate to say it, man, but, again, I remember on the last video that got 18,000 views about the Western Australia issue, 8 guns being recategorized. I said I'd give them 2 to 3 weeks to see what they're doing. Mate, I haven't heard anything from these organizations on these 8 gun bans. The only one I've heard of was, again, National Shooting Council, who's at least having a go. At least they're having a go. They might lose in the tribunal, but at least they're having a go. These other ones, with millions of dollars, where are they? Nowhere. So why wouldn't they take your category B, lever actions, and straight pulls? They're already banning some of them. Mate, I give it 3 to 4 years and that'll be done and dusted. Your straight pulls will be gone. Hate to be negative, but again, I just like to be realistic, man. It's about time we started being realistic with each other.
I couldn't agree more, James. And you know what I thought about this week? Why NSC does give it a good go? Because they are not registered as a club. So they're not going to be held to the restrictions of, WSAA make all their money out of the gun bans, of course. Because you've got to go shoot at a club for your pistols. So they've got nothing to lose like that. They're just an organisation that will fight for you. So they got nothing that the government can hold over their head, as in we're going to make these restrictions on ranges and all that. It doesn't affect them. So I think that's why they are doing so well. That's what I've come down to.
Well, people say we're keep what we have. That's the problem. I've been saying it over and over and over. We're not keeping what we have. People just must be in dreamland when they say we've got to keep what we have. Well, we're not. So we're here. They're just going to keep chipping away. They're already looking at going after the straight pulls and the Adlers and all these lever actions, and they just don't like them. So forget about getting category C and D, which we'd all love. I've been talking about that for 10 years. But the facts are, they're going to keep chipping away. And like I said, our organizations, most of them aren't going to do a squat because they make money they get money for ranges, they get funding, they get their whole business models are built off the back of shooters, also while ignoring their interests and just making money. So, mate, I gave him a chance, but I know Aaron's been pretty hard on him and I've been, giving him a little bit of a chance, but, I knew I shouldn't have. I was wasting my time. You guys should do the same and join your local clubs, join a club that's actually showing a bit of interest.
Yeah, like we got small clubs around here, like the Bow Desert Pistol Club, great little range, not affiliated with them. Bow Desert Rifle Club, a few other ones around here. They have nothing to do with WSAA or Shooters Union. Those guys that do nothing for you. So, supporting a local community sporting club, which is really important. And they won't fight for your rights, but they're not there to. They don't claim to do that. So my friend owns one of these. I got a 303-22, a 303 neck down to 22 cal, and I love it for foxes. Yeah, it's a pretty cool little rifle. Brass sometimes is hard to come by. So I think the military after World War II and going to Korea War used these for trainers. So they're cheaper than running the whole 303 projectiles. These were training guns after the war, and they found their ways into the legal firearms circuit. Have you ever used one, Jace?
Nah, man, it sounds interesting. I'd stick to the things I can find.
Yeah, my mate's got one. I actually haven't shot it yet, but I'm looking forward to shooting it. I'm going to review it. It's very nice, but I know he had problem finding brass. So now here is a question for you from Luke.
Luke, what range will a 243 ethically kill? I mean, that's an interesting question. Listen, if I'm shooting rabbits with 87s, I reckon easily up to 500. Beyond that, you just got to get a piece of them, and you'll do a pretty good job, providing you're hitting him in the upper part of the body. Deer 87s, I reckon 300, 250 to 300. If you go the heaviest in the 100 grain, maybe 350. But I'd say getting beyond that's getting a bit much for it, in my opinion. But again, you make a good shot, a good headshot, mate, it's going to take him down, no question about it. Yeah, so I mean, again, it all depends on game, depends on what you're using. Because don't forget, in your 243, you can also use your 55 grain Sierra as well, which are traveling about 3,600, 3,500 feet a second plus. So maybe even higher than that. So again, it's going to depend on game. Rabbit's easy. As long as you get the rabbit, you hit it, you're pretty good from there. Yeah, but probably 300 for deer, I reckon, with 100 grain. 350 if you get a good shot. If you get a good shot, anything's possible, man. But I would say ethical. Me and Aaron, that's maybe one we'll do in coming soon too, Aaron, we were talking about the ethics. We're having a discussion about ethics of, people say, well, long-range shooting is not ethical. But again, I think ethics comes down to what you're comfortable with and what your experience allows. If you don't feel comfortable at 200 meters, that's fine. That's ethical for you. Whereas the next guy might be extensively trained in long-range shooting and hunting, and an 800-meter shot's not going to be out of the question. So that would be ethical. I think it only turns non-ethical when in your heart of hearts, when you're pulling the trigger, that you're just having a pot shot here, and you're way out of your bounds on your ability and what you can actually pull off and what you're comfortable doing. If you know in your heart of hearts this is a shot you can't take, or you shouldn't be taking, or you're hoping the bullet's going to hit home, probably not really ethical. That's my opinion anyway. But again, it all comes down to individuality. You can't say long range shooting is not ethical, because that's just ridiculous.
Yeah, also it's the caliber you choose for that longer range. It's got to be something that is going to work at the long range and take something down. You're not going to go, I'm going to try and kill that deer at 1,000 or 800 meters with a 243, are you? Because it'll just not do anything. It'll wound it and it'll die an agonizing death, which is something I don't agree with.
And depends on bullets. You got your frangible, like your VMAXs and your varmint styles. Then you got your harder deer style rounds too. Again, depends on size of deer. Man, there's a lot of factors that go into that. But again, I'd probably comfortable at 300. I think taking a deer with a good shot, maybe a neck shot or something like that, I think would be reasonable.
Yep, definitely. And happy hunter. We need to have a vote on the best caliber. I'll start. My vote is the humble 243. Yeah, we can probably set something up on Facebook and talk about that actually with one of those polls.
If you ever give a gun away, remember we were talking about giving a present away or giving a gift away or in a thing. So if you ever give a firearm away to someone, man, it's got to be 243 for sure then, wouldn't it?
Yeah, it's starting to look that way, I think. So Dexter Head is a 7.762 by 54R for the Mosin again, still available in Australia. It's either factory ammo or brass to reload. If so, how much does it cost per round? Well, I don't know about the cost, but yes, it's popular here, and you can buy it straight off the shelf, and you can reload for it here. I take it Hex is from overseas, but yes, you can definitely get it. But I don't have one, so I don't know how much it actually costs. Maybe someone in the comments can lay an answer down and say how much it costs out of the box. Have you got any idea, Jace?
Don't know anything about that, guys. So I prefer not to
No.
comment of something I'm not familiar with. So
No, but you can get it freely. I've seen it on the shelves, but I don't look at the prices because I don't have one to reload for. Here's
Yeah.
one for you, the Bagara.
Explosive Bagara HMR operator. I've got a Bruno Model 2, 1957, Remington 783 and 223. Bagara HMR in 308 and the Starver M70 and 7mm mag. My next caliber 9.3 by 62. And I'll probably get a Bagara B14 timber. Well, like I said, I was supposed to go away this weekend, do a bunch of load testing on the 7mm, the Bagara, all that stuff. But unfortunately, the weather's going to be crap. So basically, I'm stuck here. And, you know, we're going. It should be about 4 weeks. I'll be giving it another go. So I wasn't going to be here for tonight's stream, but yeah.
Yep. Yeah, definitely. Yeah, the Bagara's night, and I had a Sestava M70 and 308, and I can tell you what, not an expensive gun, but it was a laser beam. I only sold it because I just find timber stocks for hunting a little bit heavy for me to lug around all day. And here's
about those Sestavas, man. They're really good.
Yeah, and apparently they're like very good. I was talking to the importer. They're very good AK-47s that we can't have here.
Yeah.
So yeah, here's explosive here, and in my opinion, best pistol caliber is 7.62 by 25. Interesting, very interesting. Okay, go down here. People saying hello.
From Bagara, did we shoot the Bagara? But no, we just answered that one. Hello to Phantom HD. Good evening, my good sir. He was there last week. He was in on the pretty sure Phantom HD was in on the super chat last week that made me end up on the floor of my bedroom. So kudos.
Yeah, so guys, if you want to donate to the show, the super chat is open, and we just got one right here for $10. So we'll bring this up. I don't know if it comes
again from last week. Who started it off? I think it was Rob.
Yes. So we'll get back to Mr. LaRoche's question in a second. I can't bring this up on the screen, but I will read the super chat out. I'll bring it up when we get to it. It's from Jay Rush. Thank you so much, Mr. Rush, for donating $10 to the show. G'day, gents. Keep up the excellent work, guys. I love watching your reviews. I've purchased firearms and accessories based on your reviews, and I haven't been disappointed. Thank you so much, Jay, for that. And that's why I do this. Some of the gadget reviews and that don't get high numbers, but it's there, and a lot of people do watch them, and they like them. I just love it when you decide to buy something off what I say. I just tell the truth about what it is on the day that I have the firearm or the gadget, and I'm so pleased that you do take my advice. I try and be as neutral as I can. If I don't say something nice about it, it's because it hasn't worked for me. But yeah, that's awesome. I'm so pleased. I'd like to hear what guns you have purchased from my advice. That would be very interesting. But thank you so much, Jay, for that.
One thing too, if you unclick the comment and click on the $10, it should bring it up.
Nope.
Right at the top, so it's got a picture of him where it says $10 right at the top.
Yeah, I know it's not working. It comes up on my screen, but that's it.
Really?
Yeah, I got to get down. I'm not game enough to go all the way down in case I lose some of these questions.
Yeah,
like it happened before. So we'll go back to.
Oh yeah. Wow, we got. Oh man, there's so many questions. I can see Jay Rush is down the bottom. Good sir.
I will bring that up, and thank you so much. And if you do want to donate to the super chat, that will be awesome. I'm actually going out tomorrow reviewing some guns, and I've reviewed another gun this week, which was the Lithgow 22 Magnum. It will be coming out very soon. So JAL joinery. Anything under 300 mag is for people who are scared of a man's round. Yes. I'm glad I have a 300 run.
If you listen, I haven't shot the 300 yet, but I've got the break on it. But yeah, I mean, I got to be honest though, shooting smaller calibers that will do the job with less recoil. I mean, I've got to be honest. Yeah, it's great to shoot the heavy stuff, and that's fun too. But I just don't think it's as pleasurable at times as the lighter recoiling stuff. Nothing better than pumping some rabbits with a 223. No recoil. 204, 17 HMR. Even 243 to a certain degree, it's just much more pleasant in my opinion. But you got no choice when you're stepping up to the bigger animals, do you, to use something bigger? But yeah, I'm looking forward to the 300 Win Mag. I mean, 208 grain ELD matches. I wonder what I'm in for.
Oh, it's a beautiful gun. That Bagara you brought is really nice, and there's just the specs on it, and the bidding and the action. It's just a really nice action, and it really is. I have not seen one person talk bad about the Bagaras, to be honest. Okay.
Well, they were originally a barrel manufacturer as well. They make a lot of barrels, I think, for ARs and Colt, I think, if I'm correct in saying that. I'm not 100% sure, but they were making a lot of barrels. So you just got another super chat, man. These guys are going nuts, dude.
Yes, it is. Explosive.
Guys, on the floor again this week. I mean, you guys are going to make it happen.
Yeah. Jason definitely lost it last week. Make him lose it again. Thank you, Explosive Bagara, HMR operator. Thank you so much for a $10 chat. My humble donation to the best show in Australia. Thank you so much.
He's got a best show. Gee, that's a big call.
Yeah, so while he knows his stuff, he's definitely a very, very smart man. So that is awesome. Well, it could be a lady. We don't know who Explosives is. I don't want to offend you, but you never know. But I'm betting it's a guy because I look at my statistics, and so I put a post up this week, something like 1.3% or 1.7 is females who watch my show. So thank you so much, Explosive. I really appreciate that. I'll bring that up when I get down a bit lower. So first strike, man, after my own heart, 12 gauge, because destroying something close up seems to brighten up my day. Couldn't agree more. There's nothing like burying a little bunny in a hole in the ground. You blow them to pieces and you bury them, and all in one go. Love it. So I love my 12 gauges. We will be doing a shotgun show in a few weeks' time. We've got something very special to show you, so make sure you keep watching in a few weeks' time. We've got something very new and very exciting to show you guys. And we got JL, even my favourite air rifle is 30 cal. And I've actually shot that air rifle. It is an FX, and it is a beautiful air rifle. But I don't like the name rifle because I refuse to acknowledge an air rifle as a firearm.
Well, technically they're called FX air guns, so.
Yep, exactly. But that is a very nice gun he's got there. It is nice. Okay. Sorry, Jason, you can say a few after this, but this is a 320 that I have. Happy Hunter. Nothing beats firing 9mm out of a SIG P320, the handgun of champions. Yes. And if you don't have one, my advice is to get one. Couldn't agree more. Happy Hunter. I love my P320, but you know what I love more than my P320 in handguns? It's my German-made 6 Sauer P226 Tactical, the Navy SEALs gun I own. And apparently that is skyrocketing in price because now 6 Sauer Germany has gone under. I paid $3,500 for it. When was it? 7 years ago. And now it is just worth a fortune because 6 Sauer in Europe has gone bankrupt. That gun is pure, beautiful. It's perfection. It is the best handgun. But yep, and the P320 comes in a very close second. So Jason's got a handgun license, but he doesn't own a handgun.
That's true. That's true. It looks like we've got a few from our mate Colin Penfold there. He's saying hello there.
Yeah. Hello, Colin. Nice to see you on here again. Welcome back. Didn't make it last week, he said. He had his mum's birthday. Happy birthday to your mum. So anyone tried the 220 Swift? Not me.
Or 220 Swift? No, I haven't. I heard it. I think it'd be a great varminting caliber as well, or all-round shooter. Yeah, I've heard good things about it. Good little. It moves at quite the speed apparently. So yeah, I've heard good things about it. Never shot one. Never considered buying one, but yeah, man, I think that'd be good. I mean, a lot of new calibers coming out, man. I don't know how these gun manufacturers are going to, cope with all these new, calibers coming out, and I guess some of them will become popular and some of them will go by the wayside.
Yes, exactly. Yeah, it's just so many, like the 222. It's got a huge following, very fast and flat round, but not many people make barrels or guns in it anymore, and it's not all that popular. It's more of an old-timers round, but man, it is a nice little round. But unfortunately, the 223 destroyed it because everyone goes 223.
Yeah.
Aussie capitalists, Jason.
Yeah, see Remington going bankrupt again. Yeah, we were talking about this the other day. I don't know what's up with Remington, man, if they've got terrible directors or people running the show. This is the second time they've gone bankrupt now. I just don't think they've been innovative with their products over the last 10 years. We saw the issues with all the Marlin quality assurance, which wasn't good at all when they took over Marlin, I think, if I'm correct. They just haven't been innovative with any new offerings. So, what are they going to do? Are they going to be bought out again? Are they going to be, saved again? Or is this going to be the end of the company? Time will tell, I guess.
Well, the Navajo tribe is looking at buying it. So, yeah, obviously they have all the money. So they're looking at buying it, but who knows? Yeah, it was only 2 years ago that they went bankrupt, went Chapter 11 and got out of that. And what I reckon it is, and people are saying, it's lack of innovation. That's what it is. What new Remington has come out and grabbed everyone? Nothing. Nothing at all. They made I got an R1 45 ACP 1911, beautiful 1911, but they made another 9mm handgun. It was a complete flop, and they just have nothing coming out. There's nothing innovative coming out of Remington. They're just riding on the 700 action name, as far as I'm concerned, and riding on one product is only going to last a certain amount of time.
Yeah, they just haven't innovated, man. That's just a shame because, Remington 700 is probably one of the most successful, actions out there. I mean, the Bergara B14 HMR is based on the Remington 700 footprint. So, obviously, and which is good because there's always going to be stocks of that's what you want. You want aftermarket opportunities, rails, stocks, things like that are going to be able to fit on it. Some of these other brands, you're buying a brand, once that stock goes, they don't make anything else for it. So you either have to get one made. It's always good to buy those good brands that have got really good aftermarket components and accessories available.
Yeah, what I like it because I love my sours because I brought one. It's a lovely gun. Here in Australia, Southern Cross Firearms is making a chassis for it, which is good. A competition chassis for your Sour 100s. So it's always good to see. I've never seen anything else for the sours apart from an Australian-made company. So people are just talking about Hex here, the P320. It is very ergonomic and it does feel very nice. Here we go. One for you, Jason.
243 hunting and 243 target from Hyde Park Corner.
Yeah. You're after Jason's heart, aren't you, Hyde?
Yeah. He loves his 243, mate.
He does. Here we go.
What game? 38 special takedown. Cheers for us. What game? I don't get the question.
What would a 38 special takedown? I reckon.
What game? Sorry. Yeah. I was reading. I thought you meant what gun will a 38 special takedown? 38 special. I don't know, man. I wouldn't be going too big, man. Pigs. Pigs, maybe small pigs.
Very small pigs. Like piglets. Just bite-sized pigs. I reckon rabbits, and that's pretty much about it for me. I would be game on using that on. Yeah, I just forget about that round. Don't want to offend you. If you like that round, I don't want to upset you, but I'll just go 357 Magnum personally. I've shot a few.
Be a good plinker.
Yep. Yeah, I've shot a few pests with 357 Magnum, and yeah, it does the job. It works well. Here's Hex. And thoughts on the up-and-coming Yarra Sheila carbine. Brand new, $3,000. Plus AR-looking Aussie-made straight pulls. Yes, well, I talked to Acme Firearms quite a bit. Klaus down there is a very nice guy. I think, yeah, he knows his stuff. He definitely knows his stuff. It'll be good, but I think only the first run is going to be about $3,000. Then he's trying to get it down way cheaper, so it's just an affordable rifle for everyone. Because Jason and me have talked about this a bit on the show and off the show about all these straight pull Aussie-made rifles, how expensive they are for what you get. They're not really a hunting rifle, but they're not really a target rifle. They're just sort of in the middle. And some of them are like $4,000, $5,000, $6,000. We were talking about one a couple of weeks ago that's $11,000 made on the Gold Coast. It's like, Jesus, you know, that you're talking Barrett prices for that sort of money.
Yeah, I mean, you know, if I'm going long range shooting, I want a bolt action, you know. If I'm going plinking, I want it 22, just an average 22. If I'm, jumping on the back of the quad, it might be a shotgun or something. You know what I mean? I'm just starting to understand what, where the purpose is, for these types of rifles and the straight pull. I think maybe they'd be good for maybe on the quad or something, because you can straight pull in a freely available caliber. I think that'd be good. But, it's just the price range. It's just, new guns that, just because they're Australian made, well over $3,000 and $4,000, even up to $5,000, I just can't justify that. You know what I mean? Especially something that I can go buy off the shelf hunting rifle for $1,500, maybe do a little bit of work to it, put a 2K optic on there, and I've hopefully got a laser beam at whatever distance I decide to shoot and whatever caliber. But these ones, it's good that he's trying to keep the price down. I think that's going to be a hurdle for a lot of people. And also, it's probably going to be good because that's going to cut off a lot of the other business, at least for him anyway. People may consider his purchase over one of the other Australian brands that are just basically making the same thing. So, like I said, it just wouldn't, not him, any one of the straight pulls in particular, they wouldn't interest me because they're way too expensive, in my opinion. But, again, if you want one, you've got the money for it, have at it, grab one, let us know how you go. And in future, come up to a live stream and let us know how it went.
Yeah, definitely. Well, for a hunting rifle, it's a show we can do in the future. Hunting rifle to me is your basic sort of farm rifle. To me, lugging a rifle around is going to be light, and you don't want a box magazine jabbing in the back and getting in the way when you're hunting. That's just my opinion. And all these sort of AR straight pull knockoffs, I wouldn't be carrying that around for hunting through the bush. I just don't seem that comfortable.
Yeah, 303 was saying, "Is it don't put that up?" But was it echoing? Yeah, I could. It's not just you. 30325. I was hearing it too. Unfortunately, we've got to get Aaron's audio sorted out for next week. So sorry about that.
Yeah, I got to buy new headsets and microphones. I'm sorry, guys. It was all working good. Then about 2 minutes before the show, it died, and then I had Jason screaming at me. And
I've got a better setup than him, and this is his show.
Yeah, you do podcasts, and that's worth hundreds and hundreds of dollars. I'm one bloke shooting guns in a paddock. Give me a break. Jesus, I'm sorry if it is echoing.
Paddock.
Here we go. Never mind, it was on my end. Got it sorted.
303, it wasn't, because I was hearing it too for about 2 or 3 minutes, but it could be because I'm talking and it's going through Aaron's headphones back into the microphone just that little bit. Sometimes when we play Xbox, the same thing happens. So maybe he can turn his audio down in his headset, so that might help a bit. So maybe just turn it down the headset just a bit, just so you can hear us, and then
How's that?
Yeah, as long as you can hear me, it's all good. Anyway, let's go. Next question. What have we got here? Let's have
I did have one up here, a new person I've not seen before. Knife Frenzy, hello, Knife Frenzy 24. Nice to see you. Welcome to the show. Hope you enjoy what we do and you stick around for future episodes.
Yep.
Aussie Capitalist can hear you good, so suck on that, Jason.
Yeah. Hang on. Dave Hubner. Yeah, it's okay, but not as good as other weeks. Exactly. Thanks for Dave.
Okay, I can hear you. Where's the one that says Jason's all wrong again? It's just we'll go down.
Doug Jones. I haven't heard from Doug Jones before, I don't think.
Oh, yours is going a bit muffled now, Jason.
I think you just turned me down, you goober.
Okay, 6.5 Creedmoor. Yeah, there we go. I was waiting for a Creedmoor guide to turn up. Nothing wrong with Creedmoor.
As they say, the Creedmoor is the 260 Remington 10 years too late. But when Hornady's got the advertising money, that's what you get. So,
okay, guys, what I'm going to do, if I remember, when this goes live, probably tomorrow, I'm going to link a video that Jason and me made over Christmas.
okay.
Yeah, so and it was 260 Grandpa versus 6.5 Creedmoor at 1,000 meters. You can only guess who won.
And he's never been able to replicate that grouping again, guys. So, yeah, he had a good day. I admit it, but every dog has his day, mate. Every dog has his day.
Hang on. I was talking about this with a friend tonight. Remember the second day that we weren't filming because we already filmed that video? Boom, first thing in the morning, first 5 shots, got a group about that big out of the straight off the bat, first thing in the morning. So I'm sorry.
He was trying to do it on the second day with the 308, and I was just waxing that target at 500, and he was, I don't know what it's doing.
Yeah, go ahead and verify the new loads, you idiot. But it doesn't matter.
Get 1 out of 5 on target. Me, bing, 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 bing. He was getting so frustrated. Oh, it was so good to see. It was so good to see.
Man, I'm going to find this old footage of us filming the B-roll of you swearing and cursing, rolling around on the ground, screaming and yelling that 260 Grandpa that you just brought just would not work.
And he's running.
Hey?
Let's go. We've got questions. Let's go, man.
6.5 Creedmoor, yeah, definitely good. Flat round can be used for target shooting and long range shooting. There you go, Jason, one for you.
When I first read Ben Cornford, I thought it said cornhole for a minute. I was going to say. No disrespect, dude. I'm just having a bit of fun. Hard boys, is there a limit how many firearms New South Wales? No. As far as I'm aware, no, there's definitely not, mate. Not at all. They'll try it on. If you've got like 100, they start asking more questions. But under the legislation, no. So, yep. Just keep buying, mate. Keep buying.
Okay, Aussie Capitalist, 308, Jack of all trades. Yes, it is. It is. I think 308 is probably the perfect intermediate round that can cover most things, target and hunting.
He just won Sec 2. Give him a shout out too. He's one of my Patreons above, Sammy Petrevsky. Nice fella.
G'day, Sam. Thanks for being Jason's Patreon, and hopefully see you soon as my Patreon. 7 mil for me as my one gun. Yeah, very popular gun, especially over in New Zealand. You know what I had surprised I haven't seen? The 270 shooters. Big, real big over in New Zealand for shooting tar and chamois, the goats, mountain goats in the South Island. Yeah, because you can't chase them around. They're from mountain to mountainside. As soon as you get up on them, they just walk around the next mountain. So I'm surprised I haven't heard from any 270 shooters tonight.
Yeah.
Okay, here we go. Hex. What could a rifle chambered in 9mm by 19mm, which is 9mm handgun round, be useful for hunting or IPSC shooting? I don't think they have a rifle thing for IPSC shooting. It's a handgun competition. I reckon just for a bit of close range plinking, rabbiting, anything like that.
Yeah.
Not a bad thing.
Agreed, man. Agreed.
Yep.
And I think the audio is echoing again, but could be wrong.
Go sit back. The difference between 223 and 556. Jason?
Putting me on the spot, mate. To be honest, that's a very, very good question. I think 556 was military, wasn't it? 556 was military.
Yeah, 556 is military. It has, it can take higher pressures.
Yeah,
That's basically it.
I don't think there'd be much in it, in my opinion. But
there's not. There's not at all. It's pretty negligible. Just for, I guess, insurance and warranty, you wouldn't shove a 556 in one that only says 223. But I know people who have and have never had a problem. Some people say that the neck is slightly different, but I've never really came across that. I've shot both, and they feel the same, look the same. Okay. 9.2 millimeter by 62 with a 268 grain wooding. I know absolutely nothing about that, and I'm going to admit that one.
Let me just do that again. It's a 9.3 by 62, not 9.2, and a 200
9.3. Sorry.
grain wooding.
Yeah. Okay. Well, you're such a smart ass. You talk about it.
He's still going to try and get that prescription on his glasses fixed up.
Yeah. It sucks being blind, half blind in one eye. Yeah. So do you know anything about it, Jason?
Nah, man. I mean, it's big. It'd be fairly decent hitting at 286 grains, that's for sure. So I guess, it'd be pretty big game sort of cartridge, wouldn't it? 286 grain, almost 300. So, good sized deer, sambar, that type of thing. I think it'd be good. Whether it gets up into the buffalo and all that, I'm not 100% sure because I've never done that. You want as big as you can get when you start shooting buffalo. So.
Here's one. It's not firearms related, but it's quite interesting.
Yes.
Hey, sorry, Jason, go.
Jason Fisher, hey, keep up the good work. You think Biden will refuse to debate Trump, and have you ever seen a political candidate hide in his basement? Listen, man, I'll tell you what. I've been watching Joe Biden. He's going senile. Like you go look at his bloopers. The guy is. I actually feel sorry for him because he's got major cognitive issues with remembering stuff. I mean, he's almost, I think he's 80, is he 78, 82, somewhere around there? He's an old guy, man, and he's just losing his marbles, the poor guy. So I just can't believe they didn't choose Bernie Sanders. Bernie got screwed again. And like Biden, in my opinion, is just no chance. If they put in Biden, man, that is just scary that someone can't even remember to tie his shoelaces, wants to be the president of the United States. And Donald, during the debates, is going to eat that guy alive. No doubt about it.
Yeah. Well, if he's running for president, he's going to have to debate him at some stage, isn't he? He has to.
There's 3 debates before the election, so 3 mandatory debates. So it's not going to be good for old Biden. I mean, he said the most stupidest things. Like one time his wife was next to him, and he went to point to the wrong person and he got it wrong. And then he said some weird things about hair on his legs. And the guy's just weird, man. Weird.
Yeah, not just hair on his legs, kids touching his hairy legs. For fuck's sake. Sick. Fucking sick.
It goes up in the water, my blonde hair.
Oh, sorry. Oh, that's so sick.
Good, man. Okay. Guns a little bit. Those I like those type of questions.
I can't wait. I'm going to get the popcorn out and sit there with a bottle of Jack Daniels and popcorn and just piss myself laughing all night. And I hate politics, but I am hanging out for those debates. I'm glad they stream them on the internet so we can all watch them. Here's something interesting. Would you guys, this is from Sam, would you guys do a live mailbag sometime? Viewers sending in things. Keep it up. Love the show, guys. Well, yeah, I'd be open for that, but I'm a bit scared of what you guys would send me. I've seen other people do that, and yeah. I'd have to.
I'll tell them that story too. People are going to find this hard to believe. Probably very early on in my podcasting career, probably maybe about 3 years in, someone somehow got my address and then sent me, it didn't even go off, but it was like I ended up reporting it to the federal police anyway, but it was like a glitter bomb. And when I got it, I opened up the bottom and all this crap shit fell out of it. I'm like, what's this? Anyway, and then I end up, there was apparently an online note that goes with it. So I thought, okay, you punch in the number on the website and it gives you a note. And it said, so I know it was a shooter, but it said something along the lines of, the same grief you're giving other shooters or something like that. And I thought, well, obviously it's a shooter. I mean, who would actually go and spend $20 to get a glitter bomb sent from the United States with a spring that's supposed to pop out and go poo? And I'm like, really, dude? Like, it shows how immature some people really are. So I even think I still got a picture of it. So if I find it, I'll post it up next week. I'm not sure if I've still got it though, but that was definitely interesting. Somebody would waste their money on me to send me a glitter bomb that totally failed to even, just didn't even work. It was so funny. It was like, and I go, what? Yeah. It's like your first a virgin, you with your first girlfriend, or something. It's like, what happened?
I remember that day because you phoned me instantly. You go, what the fuck is this? So, yeah, I'd consider it. I'd definitely go pay for a thing if, unfortunately, if funds get a bit better for me, I'd definitely, do that. I don't know what sort of things you guys would send me. I got no idea, but yeah, I'd be happy. Maybe, write down in the comments, tell me what sort of things you'd send me. I'd actually be a bit scared. Maybe I should pre-open them outside first.
And then,
or underwater.
You could send it and give it away or something. Give it away to other people if it's something small or,
Exactly. Okay. Ollie, g'day boys, top show. What do you think, or what do you reckon about 300 Blackout? I don't. I have a review coming out soon of a 300 Blackout. Great gun. It's a Hauer. Fantastic gun. Worked really well. Worked really well. Didn't miss a beat. But the round, I'm sorry, just was not good enough. Anything past 100 meters, it just opened up. So, no, I would not recommend 300 Blackout in any sort of gun whatsoever for hunting. It's definitely a room clearing round, that sort of thing, or for a suppressor, which we can't do here, and we don't have access to a suppressor. So here's Luke, 30-30 several times. Yep, 30-30. Yeah, and definitely a lever action, I'd say, and an Marlin. And Neil, hit the like button, everyone. Yes, please do hit that like button and subscribe to the show, because it all goes to the algorithm bullshit and they can see what we are doing, and they can get, I don't know what they do with it. They never tell me. All I know is they demonetize me.
All right, here we go, Aaron. Before you do that, just for people that think I'm not talking shit, there's the glitter bomb.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
And that little round circle with the red writing on it, that was the one. That's where it says jump online and check out your online message this awesome person left me. So there you go. Not talking shit, guys. There it is. Sorry, I got my ring light there.
Yeah.
So there it is. What was that? I'll have a look at the date on that too. Ask that question. I'll have a look.
It was a couple of years ago. I remember that.
Yeah. 4 years ago. 16, back in 2016.
Gee, that long ago. I still remember when you phoned me up going, look at this. Aussie McFart. Love the name. I ended up buying a Sal 100 Classic in timber in 243. Awesome gun. Amazing caliber and rifle. 243 is the best all-round caliber. Yep. Beautiful rifle and not a bad round at all. Good stuff. I am a big fanboy of Sour, and I know Jason has got a little soft spot for Sour. Okay, here we go. 270 is good. Yes, it is. It definitely has its place. And here we go.
260 Rem versus 6.5 Creed ammo off the shelf. Yeah, I mean, 6.5 Creedmoor is always going to be cheaper, but, and probably even for reloading too. So, it depends. Do you want to join the man club or do you want to join the man bun club? That's No, they're both good. Realistically, Aaron plays it up more than it is, I think. But really, They use the same bullets. There's not much in it. It's some people say 260, some say Creedmoor, some say 6.5 by 55, mate. They're both all going to do the job. Realistically, it's 3 ways to make the one caliber, in my opinion.
And you're just best to go out buy a 6.5 PRC. Solve everything.
300 PRC. That's going to make your 6.5 PRC. I'm going to make it my bitch. So,
make sure you buy one.
Right.
Rob's woodworking. Hi guys, here's a wild question. Boys, in an apocalyptic world, what would your go-to weapon in your bug-out bag be? Okay, let's do this twice. If we were in Australia and we could get something, or we're in almost every other country in the world. Go, Jason.
All right. If I was okay, I'll go Australia first. Man, if we have a pistol, it'd probably be some type of pistol. I reckon that'd definitely be probably my thing, or a sawn off, some type of shotgun. But I'd only get 2 shots before I've got to reload the bastard. If I was in America, I reckon a 20-inch Remington 870 Express Magnum. Yeah, I reckon that'd be the go for sure, 100%.
Yeah. Well, in Australia, for me, I would say the same. You've got to be semi-auto. You need your backup shots. Or I would say probably something like the PC9 Ruger Charger, which is a 9mm pistol that you can put a stock on it, or the 7615 pump action 223, which I'd probably go for. I own one, haven't shot that. I might take that out tomorrow. And in America, I got to say, I would go a suppressed M4 or AR-15. Definitely.
Just depends. See, I want something that's not going to break down. It's not going to, it's not going to fail to feed. Nothing worse when zombies are on your ass or something, and and you have a fail to feed or something, or a fail to eject, and I've just been eaten by the zombies. So I reckon pump action, very much less to go wrong with it.
Yeah, pump action, yeah, definitely. So that's why I go to pump action 223, because you've got something that you can actually punch out a little bit further, because not everything's going to be right in your face for a shotgun.
Exactly, yeah.
So moving along, old Corky's Bees. Hi guys.
Corky's bees or knees?
Bees. No, Jason, not on your knees.
I was going to say Corky's knees. I thought, come on, man. I thought you got to really up that prescription.
Yeah. Hi guys. I think I have found a round 422 Federal Hunter match. I got way under, should be. Sorry. An inch at 50 meters. That's good. Out of 22 Hunter. 22 ammo. Not bad at all.
Federal Hunter match works really well on a couple of my rifles. I'm going to take the CZ457 out probably when the range starts to cool down post-COVID stuff. They're opening it now, so I might head in once everything settles down in a couple of weeks and start doing some just not loads, but testing different types of 22 ammo.
Yep. Yeah, we'll start ramping up the questions because we've got 20 minutes left. There you go, Jason.
Which is the worst caliber that you'll never buy another gun in? Oh, shit, man. That's a great question. I don't know, man. I don't think there's really nothing that I wouldn't buy again. No, there's nothing that I really just don't like. I mean, I reckon they're all pretty good. I mean, there's nothing that actually stands out in my mind being the worst caliber that I've ever shot, or nothing that I wouldn't buy again. There's certainly, I think probably, not that I wouldn't buy, and Aaron's right. A lot of people like that 300 Blackout, but I don't know. It just doesn't seem like very good to me, But again, not saying it's bad, just probably wouldn't buy one, maybe is a better question. What, a subsonic, 30 cal round, probably wouldn't buy that one, but not that I ever had one in the first place. So sorry, man, can't really answer that one too well.
Well, out of all the guns I've shot over the last few years, man, I've got to say I wouldn't buy a 300 Blackout. I just wouldn't buy one. I wouldn't get one. I've never brought one. I reviewed it, and that's what I wouldn't get. That's for sure. Unless I was overseas and I could have an AR suppressed, then yeah, I'd get one every day of the week because that's what it's made for. But not over here. It'll be all right in a bolt action for close range varmint hunting if you were allowed suppressors here, but you don't. Here's your mate Corky Bees.
Corky Bees just purchased a Kimber Hunter in 243. What do you reckon would be a good factory ammo? If you can get anything, I reckon Hornady, 87 grain VMAX if you're going to shoot, or get something in that 100 grain, I reckon. Again, it all depends on what you're going to shoot. Varmints or good-sized animals like deer. If it's deer, get 100 grain, 95 to 105. You know, if it's varmints, 87s, 75, 70, but I'm not sure what they come in because I reload. But, yeah, man, depends on what you're going to do. Lower end for varmints, higher end for deer.
Yep, definitely. And Aussie McFart again. I am looking at both 7mm08 and 308. What are the differences, strengths and weaknesses I will be reloading?
Man, listen, if I had to go those two and you're reloading, I'd go the 7mm08 any day of the week, dude. Any day of the week. Flat shooter, really good on recoil. I had one. This is before they probably came much more mainstream, probably about 7 or 8 years ago, 9 years ago. And I ended up selling it for 308. Now I don't even have a 308. I got a 7mm Magnum. But, yeah, man, I mean, that was a good shooter. I was shooting, goats with 120 grain VMAX, mate, going straight through them. If I got a few photos, I'll see if I can send them to Aaron. He should be able to bring them up during the live stream next week. But good caliber, man. I'd go 708, especially if you're reloading. You sound like you're an experienced dude. So 7mm08, dude, every day of the week.
Yep, and I got to say, I just fixed my microphone problem. I had the actual microphone here. It was on mute. So sorry about that, guys. And now you can talk a bit about this. Now, we'll talk about one and I'll try and fix this microphone. And you talk about...
Leave it, man, because if you select it, it's not going to work. So just leave it for tonight.
Fair enough. Sorry, guys. It was all my fault. I admit to it. Yes. Yeah. Okay, it was my fault. And Jason's still a cockhead. Okay, now this is interesting, Jace. We talked quite a bit about this. Aaron, do you have any update on the Jacks arresting the owner of Wattle Grove Range? Is it a witch hunt to restrict high caliber in Queensland? Well, I hate to say it could be one of the theories going out there. So here in Australia and in Queensland, to get a 338 Lapua or a Shy Tac, anything just under 50 cal, because here we can't have 50 cal in Queensland. You used to have to belong to a club. Now that can let you shoot the higher calibers from 338 upwards. So that club was Wattle Grove, which is about 3 hours out of Brisbane. And they've always been trying to shut it down. So basically you had to ask permission to buy the gun. You then had to belong to that club, can only shoot it at the club. Or if you wanted to shoot it at private property, it has to be okayed by the overlords that overwatch our shooting. And that had to be something like 20 kilometres barrier all around it. Absolutely pathetic. Overseas, we've all shot these at 200 metre and upwards. It made no sense. So they got the owner who owns the land of Wattle Grove Club, and he's the president of the club as well, which is run by WSAA, I believe. And they did him for selling gun parts at a show in New South Wales, down where Jason is. And they extradited him this week, and I've heard nothing else. Now, the big problem with that is back in the days where you had to ask for permission, and before they actually went to court and it got overturned, where you didn't have to belong to a club anymore, it's only been about a year or so, you have these on your club license. So if they close that club down, people could be all up, if they don't have recreational on their license, losing all those guns. The cops will just turn up and take your gun off you because you don't have it on a recreational license, it's on a club license only.
Anyway, it's all allegedly at this stage, but I mean, sometimes Strike Force Raptor obviously something ongoing. So for enough for Strike Force Raptor to get involved, which is pretty heavy sort of stuff when you're dealing with them. So, I guess we'll just wait to see what it comes out. This is all allegedly at this stage. So we'll find out down the track whether the charges were legitimate or they weren't legitimate.
Yeah, it could have been a simple mistake. I heard it was just a simple mistake, but the person he sold it to was a bikie. So who knows? It's just so many stories going around. No one knows the facts apart from the people involved. So we don't want to. We hope he's an older guy. I don't want to see him get ruined over this. If it was a legitimate mistake or something very minor.
Right, Happy Hunter. Don't forget, go above. Right.
There you go. Yeah, that's what I was meant to clear.
Paul Ryan, best all-round caliber 30 33 08 223 243. I'm about to get my license and chase something for anything. I always say, man, listen, if you're going to go a first caliber, if you've got a plan on hunting deer, get something bigger. But if you've not got that plan straight away, I'd just go light, mate. Go a 223. I don't want to say 243, but maybe a 223, mate, just to get your first rifle, get experience with firearms first, with limited recoiling firearms, then start to step up from there when you're comfortable, man. I think, I know a guy jumped straight into a bloody 300 Win Mag and then, he ended up regretting it. So now he loves it, but it sort of turned him off a little bit initially. So, man, 223 to start, can't go wrong there.
Yep, I totally agree with you. 223 for your first rifle was very good. Low recoil, cheap to buy the ammo, a great plinker, and it's very accurate out to 300 to 400 meters. Can't go wrong. So definitely I'd go the 223. My personal thing for hunting is 30-06, as you know. But yeah, 223 for your first rifle any day of the week. I highly recommend that. Happy Hunter. I shoot rifles right-handed and shoot pistols left-handed. Does anyone else have a similar issue? Well, I shoot left-handed rifles now, not by choice, but because I pretty much lost sight of my right eye. And I hold my pistol as a right-handed shooter, but use my left eye to aim. All back to front. I think when it comes to pistols, I have seen many combinations of how people shoot. Yes.
Oh, my name's Aaron.
Don't worry, Jason. You're about to hit 40 very soon, and it's all downhill from there.
2020, guys. Hey, dude, I'm scrolling down, man. We've got literally, man, we haven't even got down to our original super chats yet.
I know. This is freaking me out. Jeez, I've only got about another 15 minutes. Okay, we'll do rapid fire, Jason. We'll just knock these off quick.
Yeah, the outer circle. Yes, they will come after Cat A firearms, but that's because the policymakers are not informed. Look at the great suppressor debate, risk to public safety. Yep, mate, agreed.
Yep, totally. Aussie Capitalist, a straight pull is legally classified as a bolt action in Queensland. They have to be reclassify them as a different action. Yeah, they are. That's true.
Anything's possible, mate. Don't ever trust the government or the police to not do it, because that's when we get complacent and we'll get screwed.
Here you go, Jace.
For Happy Hunter, need a new law that bans gun bans, interview these pollies and tear them, strip off them. Mate, I've done that, but just nothing seems to work, mate. So, the 24 years, no changes in NFA, not good enough.
Go listen to Jason's new podcast that came out today with Bridget McKenzie. Absolute disgrace she is. And I take my hat off to Jason for being able to keep his cool on her blatant lying and just a shocking. She doesn't stand up for shooting. So that's the sort of thing we're after. Go listen to his new podcast. It was very good. G'day, boys. Just back from into shooting after 20 years out of the sport. I just picked up my Lithgow LA 101 22LR. Very good. I got that. Ticker T3X and 223 and an Adler. Okay, we'll say no more. But
that's good. Into it. Well,
it's good that you're into it. I just had problems with my Adler, and Jason's a 223. A Ticker fan, and the 223 is an awesome round. I just had problems with my Adler. Hey, Aaron, just wanted to get feedback on the awesome caliber I've been hearing about 243. Yeah, it's okay. It passes. Jason.
Over the years, like Colin Penfold, over the years, I remember politicians made many promises to shooters and never kept any of them, bar the one. Yeah, mate, they take your guns off you. That's all they do, mate. That's their whole job. We've seen it in New Zealand. Things are getting bad. Expect things to get worse. I hate to be down, but again, 24 years, no changes from the pro-gun parties, or the mainstream parties, or the One Nations, or any of them. So I don't know where to go from here, man. That's why me and Aaron say legal action.
Yep. Agreed, totally legal. Hit them in the purse pocket. It's the only thing they'll look at, or at the votes. Cody, I've got rifles from 22 to 8mm and a Swiss straight pull. They don't seem to be going after those yet. Exactly, yet. Never count it out. We don't want to be doom and gloom here, but yep, I'll put nothing past the bastards at all. Hyde, 243, clean kill, ethical kill at well over 1,000 meters. No, not at all.
I'd say no. Hey, I think that next one, I think we gave that one the flick a couple of weeks ago, if you get my drift.
Oh, yeah. Let me fix that. Fixed.
Put that one out.
Okay, we talked about 7mm. We both like it. Very flat shooting, fast round. Here you go. Take that, Jason.
Yeah, love freedom. Can you go for a license first? Nah, got to do the safety course, mate. 100%. Can't get your license without the approved safety course.
I think the safety course only lasts 6 months, I think, or a year, and you got to actually go apply for your license after that. And of course, Jay Rush, thank you so much for the super chat. Every cent helps. I really appreciate it. You are awesome. Thank you very much for doing that. Anyone who helps out the show, Patreons, you guys doing the super chats, I love it, and you guys are the best.
Also, 1 second, if you got people asking multiple questions from the same people, just hit up some new people, man, I reckon, just so we can try and skip through. We got, like, guys, hundreds of comments we just can't get to, you know. Yeah. I don't want to say super chat because we're not here for that shit. If you want to get it up the top, go right ahead. I wouldn't normally say that because we're not here. We're just blown away, guys. We're just happy to be here, having a fun time. You know, it's just I love these live streams, just talking to you guys. So
it is. And here's the other super chat, Explosive. Thank you so much, top bloke. He's here every week asking awesome questions. So really do appreciate it. Okay, some of them are just talking amongst themselves. Sorry, there was so many here. So many. Here we go. Josh.
Your review, guys, done the How 1500 APC in 6.5. I bought one a few weeks ago and love it. Topped off with Vortex Vibe HST. Mate, enjoy it. Shoot a lot of shit. Send us in some photos.
Yeah, it was really good. It worked really well. And the chassis is made here in Australia, I believe. So, definitely a very good gun. Okay, ABCD.
1 sec. Explosive Operator, one above, says he's a bloke from Melbourne. So we're glad you're not female, I guess. You know what I mean? If you, not that it's bad, female shooters are good, but you know, thanks for joining us.
Awesome. I hope you're staying well and haven't got the Wuhan flu down in Melbourne. And I'm sorry if my meme this week on Instagram offended you from Melbourne, saying we should build a wall and lock you out. Apart from Mr. Explosive.
Do you think pistols will be the first to go in Australia, or are the organisation owners large enough to fend off bans? Mate, I always said this, like that's why we keep saying legal action. If the government want it, nothing we're going to be able to do about it, mate. We're seeing it in New Zealand with the gun bans, and also they want to eradicate tar from New Zealand to zero. And the 11th hour, they put this shit through to start the coal next Tuesday. This is how bad these governments are. So, mate, if they want it, they're going to take them. As simple as that. Legal action, legal action, legal action.
I bet Cat C will be the first to go, and I tend to agree with you. That's what I was thinking. Yeah, definitely. Jay Rush, what are your thoughts on the PARD NV008? That is a night vision scope. They work fine. I have looked through them. They're okay. Not a problem. They do work. So, definitely with night vision, go and try them before you buy. That's all I have to say. I've used so many of them. Try them in the shop, see how they look during the daylight, because they all switch from night to day. Just make sure they are pretty clear during the day as well, because you're going to use a lot of it during the day as well on your rifle. There you go, Jace.
Come on, Jace. We all know pistols are better than bolt actions. Yeah, I like pistols, man. I just wish we could use them on private land. But again, do you think our organisations are going to stand up and approve us to shoot on private land? Because then they're going to lose range fees. And it's not going to happen, guys. You watch them behind the scenes screwing us over, saying, oh, no, too dangerous. Got to shoot on the range. Got to make that money.
Yeah, money talks. Paul S., what is the max group size for hunting? I'm reloading and now aiming for 0.5 groups or tighter. Yes, it's always nice to get the small groups for hunting, really. 200-300 meters, you're getting a fist size, good enough for me. You're definitely going to hit what you're aiming at. That's not like a target rifle. I think too many people get into the whole thing. I'm going to get massively small groups with a hunting rifle. Most hunting's done under 400 meters. If at 350, 400 meters, 300 meters, you're getting that big, mate, it's good enough for me.
Yeah, and if you get a 1/2 inch with good standard deviation, you know, on your chronograph, mate, chase the 1/2 inch group with a good SD. Don't worry about getting better than that. It's not going to. There's a good article I might post up next week about the benefits of going less than 1/2 inch. You find that the percentages are very low.
Yep. Question: Howard or Remington? I'm for Howard.
Yeah, I'd probably at this stage, based on the probably just I'd definitely say Howard at the moment. Doesn't mean Remington make bad stuff. I mean, they've got the best action in the world, like pretty much the most popular, like Remington 870. Man, these are huge, millions they made, billions. So,
yep. Yes, I think we talk about it a bit. Happy Hunter. I'm a Cat C primary producer, and I worry every day they're going to take my Benelli M2. Exactly. We're all legal shooters. We do what we do because we love it. We're not bad people, and it sucks that we're in a hobby that we enjoy, and we're always worrying about, are they going to take my guns? Or your opinion on buying a gun is, I shouldn't buy this because they may take this off us. So it's just, yeah, it's a sad situation we're in here in Australia. And we just got another super chat. This is from Rod Fitzpatrick. No question, just donated $10. Thank you very much, Rod. Really, really appreciate it. That is awesome. Thank you very much, Rod. I'll bring you up when I get closer down to you. There you go, Jace.
just tuned in, so not sure if you spoke about 7 HMR, but if not, what's your opinions? Yeah, my mate, it's a good caliber. It's terrible in the wind. Don't expect too much from it in the wind. If you got no wind, yeah, great fox caliber, great rabbit hunting caliber. Definitely. I know, mates, people have a lot of ejection problems with 17 HMR. Apparently it's notorious. So, but yeah, mate, go shoot it, have fun. But the cost as well, you might be better off going for a 223. But, you know, you're shooting 223 at rabbits as well, you know, like that's just, unless you're head shooting them, 50 grain VMAX is going to tear them in half. So, but good caliber. That's the question.
Yes, definitely. Rob's woodworking. Have you guys tried the Kunan 357 Magnum semi-auto handgun? Yes, I have. A friend of mine owns it, and it is awesome. It really is. Very expensive. I think they're pushing 3.5 grand, but an awesome gun. A 1911 chambered in 357. Good gun. If you can afford it, I'd say get it. It is awesome. Funky Monkey, he comes on. Hello, Funky. He's here every week.
Funky was a super chatter last week, I think, wasn't he?
Yes, I think he was. He was.
Good fella.
Happy Hunter again. I feel everyone's pain. We are definitely need to fight the bans. Yeah, well, Happy Hunter, he's a really good example. He stands up for everyone. He can have the fun guns, but he will stand up for your rights as well, which is really good.
Grant Schubert, see, he's having a go at audio. Hey, nothing wrong with my audio, Grant, you bastard, all right? It's just him because he had it on mute, all right? So
start sending money and get the guys new audio equipment. Hey, I agree. I do need new audio equipment. Yep. Thank you very much. Here we go. I bought a Sulon Arms TAC 12, which is Benelli M4 straight pull. I've heard very good things about those. Jason?
Yes. Yeah. Something we might have some info later on sometime soon. We'll see.
Yes, definitely.
All right, Billy 7615 is so much more practical than the new Aussie straight pulls. I know Aaron, I think, has got the 7615, but again, I come back to what's the purpose, like it's, probably a good pig gun or something, but I don't know, not my cup of tea. But hey, if you want one, go buy one.
My 7615, I've decked it out for a bit of fun because it's just a fun toy gun for me, and it weighs a ton. I can't carry it around. Love the quality of the videos, Aaron. Thank you very much. 762 by 39 from Harry. What do you reckon, Jason? I've shot a few of those in an AK platform and in a bolt action. Not bad.
Yeah, man. It's what I hear. It's all right. It's military, isn't it? So it's I mean, no problem. I mean, again, not one of my calibers would probably shoot, but hey, if you want one, mate, that's what shooting's all about. Don't be if you got your heart set on something, go in there, buy it, mate. Don't listen to us. Don't listen to the gun shop. Don't listen to your mates. If you want it, you'll be disappointed if you don't get what you want, man.
Yep, I reckon totally. Or listen to Shooting Stuff Australia's reviews because we're normally right. Chopper, any tips on breaking in new gats? Or is it just a case of shoot the damn things and clean roughly? Yep, that's what I do. I don't do this breaking in period.
Someone said, I can't take credit for this comment, but run them hard and fast so they know what they're in for the future, mate.
Yep, that's it. Yeah, well, remember, by the time you get your rifle, it's had many rounds through it already from out of the factory, out of customs, federal police, all want to get their dirty little mitts on it. So it's not like it's got a pure virgin barrel when you get one out of the box. Jeez, I've got so many more comments, man. I was introduced to reloading because I inherited Lithgow. Oh, here, 303.25. How does it compare to a similar hunting cartridge? It's an old cartridge, and it's okay for close quarters. I wouldn't go out and buy one personally for hunting for that reason. There's other calibers like a 223 I'd go for over that because basically for price. Anything you see you want to round up on, Jace?
Nah, man. Just to get that Billy D one, he talks about the 300 blackout because that's interesting. Billy D. Billy D. Yeah. Blackout 2,500 feet a second. Or do what I do and use round nose 220 grain thumper subsonic. Yeah, but it's not. We're not saying it's bad. Like I said, if you want it, I'm always of the advocate. Buy what you want. Have fun. That's what shooting's about. Don't listen to idiots like us or idiots at the gun shop or idiot friends. Just buy it, have fun, shoot, mate, because that's what it's all about.
I do a little bit of research on some stuff if you're not too sure. Definitely before you spend your hard-earned money. Loving hunting. I have a 303 270. I've never actually heard of a 270 303. And they are okay. There is a Facebook page, so go have a look at the Facebook page. I'll be looking at that because I've not seen one.
Is it a combo gun? Is it a combo gun? Is it maybe one of those combos?
303 270? Yeah, it could be. I'll have a look at that. Or it's the 303 dipped down to 270. I know about the 22 one.
I think last one, mate, and then we've got two more. Shit, we just got another super chat come in, so we'll finish. Scroll down to Rod Patrick, mate. Give him a shout out.
Rod hasn't come up here yet. How far down?
Yeah, down. It's the yellow one.
Oh, here we go. Yeah, Rod, we already thanked him for that. Thank you so much for Rod.
Scroll down, you have another one. I mean, there's two more. This is happening again, guys. I'm going to end up on the floor. There's two more come in.
Man, so sorry, guys. We've missed heaps of your comments.
Scroll to the bottom. Scroll to the bottom.
Jesus, man. You guys are awesome. T-Tel, $2. What's with the WA audit? Appearance laws, accessory bans. Well, we made a video, didn't we, Jason, about that? Go have a look at it. It was about 2 weeks ago. It's the highest rating video on the channel, about 7 guns banned in Australia. No, we haven't heard anything
Oh, no.
else about it.
Oh no, I'm going to be on the floor again.
Happy Hunter. Just an awesome show, guys. Loving every Thursday. Thank you so much. Thank
And
you for that.
Phantom
And
HD.
Phantom, $10. Thank you so much, Phantom HD again. Trying to find a 22 of Voliere, is it, for my son's first gun? What do you think? I'm very sorry. I don't know that round at all. Do you, Jace?
No, I've trying to find 22. No, I haven't heard of it. No, mate. We'll find out more information next week. Oh no,
Yeah.
Aussie.
Another one.
I'm never going to get off this live stream.
Thanks again. Night, guys. See you later, Aussie Capitalists. Thank you so much. Yeah, I love the way how we round these up lately. This is awesome. Thank you, guys, for donating to the show. I promise I'll have the new computer up and running and good sound next week. I promise that.
Can you believe the asshole had it on mute? Unbelievable.
Yeah, no, okay, I take credit. It was my fault, guys. It was all my fault.
Like of all the, I would actually prefer you had a problem with the headset instead of having it on mute.
Yeah, that was all my. Yeah, okay, I agree. It was me. Not good. But thank you so much, guys, for donating to the show. You're all awesome. Everyone who watches us every week are the best guys there is in the shooting community. We love hearing from you. Once again, this is probably the most amount of questions we've ever had. I've missed about 50 because we just run out of time. Can't believe it. Our numbers, our viewing numbers for the show every week are going up. So please re-answer your questions, ask your questions next week, next Thursday night, same time, same place, and we will hopefully get them to you. I am so sorry that we have missed them, but we're just overwhelmed by how many people are here doing this. It's just amazing. It really is amazing. Of course, your Super Chat and Patreons, awesome. You guys are the best. So,
we didn't think that we're going to get so many questions. You know what I mean? And we're not about. Aaron appreciates this help financially. So, it's it's always appreciated. You know what I mean? We don't ask it. We don't want to take people's money. You know what I mean? But if people want to give it, that's more than happy to support Aussie shows, because if we don't, then we probably won't have these shooting channels around forever. There's got to be an incentive to do it. But I'm just enjoying the live stream, just in conversing with you guys. And, we try and get through as many questions as we can. But as you guys see, if you come in a little bit late, we got so many questions. We didn't even get down to the first super chat before we had to go into rapid fire questions. So.
Yes, exactly. I'm trying to post a link later in the day because we get so many questions before it even starts. And we had half a dozen questions before I even got on here tonight. But it's awesome. Just keep asking them. If we miss you this week, ask them next week. And please, guys, remember to hit that subscribe button and thumbs up this video. So we'll be live again tomorrow. If you haven't, have a look on the channel and do it tomorrow as well. And head over to Jason's podcast and listen to his new podcast. It was very good. And give him a like and a share and everything on his channel as well. So once again, you guys have a great weekend and a fantastic week and safe week. And we'll see you next Thursday night. See you later.